see Holy Family. A dear Bena MPP Aban, a the account in terms of healthcare significant among President Mahama started hospital MPP 8 years. Need to be a training any primary and as I say the Obuoba hospital. And that's a thing. That's a thing. It's actually a new system. Emma MPP, particularly the MPP Akukudam Obuoba. A new system. Also, I'm afraid they should be ashamed of themselves when, with all this neglect, they are able to go to our people, our mothers, our fathers, our siblings, and tell them so almost unto Ama enter. Even serious appointments, Grandbono, I did go up at a good father or answer. Brian appointment as a great minister. About a substantive kind of background. So what does that mean? Tell me. They don't care. One, Obuoba. Now, voting. Ama MPP who say they must take us openly up. Openly up.
Because there are a lot of arguments around it.
Sure.
Anytime a communicator be and was saying come complete hospital no. Crans and amatamaso. More than who scar career research. Crans and amatamaso. More than who scar career research. And
votes now almost is a so sign now almost a reciprocating because say who are buying na say appointments in the equitably distributed. About prudence anyway, once you look at the national situation, also over kind of say, oh, maybe last time we call no, we say a quiet way, now I say it yenye, say. You understand? Brand maybe enhanced communication information centers echo around the country. Make I say bombings or say it be it's a bit bow. So as I say, and me say ye kasa idea. Me did so omuntie krompa supporters maybe 8 year ma na oma from omumfre say maba omunua maba. Me say MPP omunbu yen. Buna omumbu yen no it manifests in many ways. Things should not be any even the way appointments are done. In the second term, tell me the appointment are almost here out the actually say omu say bia ko say there are people who are in India also more control. Tell me. And then after a series of agitations, no money at the other. As an injury time appointment, and I'm Brian, a great minister. A great minister, now I say planting for food and jobs. A Pascal. Free year one. Was say planting for food. Brian who say if Undaka is planting for food and jobs. Pick up will be true. Now because the price for food and jobs. And now mama say you say short a period of drought by almost ma say come over. Buffer stock no they are buying and a jito and a omobi that home stress and a omo remaining as planting for food and jobs. I'm telling you, a dear bay and for sure and a abaso. And what you know, I'm saying, say, until say you be demanding real accountability from political parties and must so MPP, so a man for so hospital may see or not, and as the same normal to tremor, almost fairly say will be ABC Kabia. They should prosecute the person, they should deal with the person. Not only a hospital, not a man for the gas for so. Some excuses Libina, Saglemi, Esiwa, Angen is no. If you suspect say Ubia Ibibia, separate it, deal with the person, and then look at the project and go about it, say, about benefiting a Ghanaians. And now, Honorable Obin Somwa, incoming MP, what shall I mean? Or say, in 2019, comma or truck before fans. They demolished in Nkoko Sports Stadium and it has not been constructed since. And also
everybody's concerned.
Yes. I mean.
All right. Obuoba 91.7, 56 minutes past 8. You're Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah. And then Bonkomo or NDC. Right of elections. I think in the election we do Jumaya Asa. So election we John Kakari, I think so. All right, you're moving on. You can see a touchy areas are Ghana for a Heswaka. Some of us, you better have jobs. A Juma in Yamabu. Only a Juma, ya, or my Ghana more. We have Jumana cry no one. Situation. Now we need be cry. Yep, will be a big creative jobs. I'm
optimize it area. So it's basically based on optimize it area. So it's basically based on optimize. Talk through it very well. Optimization, the same. So in a seaway. Microphone in a seaway. Ebia about 10, 1 Juma. Machines in Apple. Until some Obeba or China and a different team Bebano. Machine in Juma. That's not optimum use of the infrastructure. And when the Oko Amanonia, even a human to say Crampono, there are some of the halls need be Crampa. I bet you do some revenue. Empty optimization. I say pots bombing at TB Bepon Obse Canaba be do a tema porter. They did not make me afa car, pot, Makoyi Meka. Just imagine Nipa because it will call Anopa. The same infrastructure. Umfasi can be a crop when she move at that level to do a ball to do a ball. Who travel now? Who can tell any about not to make kind? Papas. No doctor for the technicians. The internet young fan for a Juma. Send a bear, what bear Juma over the pond by 10 p.m. Say, o license, or say, renew. Now, we be here test. If you have no for DBLA office. Employ Ubi. Emma won't so high. Say, be a Juma, change. I was say, oh, sorry, now call daytime. Russia have stayed within the government sector. We move it to the other private sector. Factories, we are seeing say factories are signing on to the 24 hour, including electricity with tariff arrangement based on the principle of time of use with tariffs. Who you say no anajua or cost per kilowatt no so bet Juma we are not spending even as much electricity like we would have done at 24. A chance one driver ultimate drive it at 24 hours. Ultimate yes the first day. Second day you can't. It is the same car no. Ubi drive if you are not going to see an adjo. Not a second person now have the same car now or they are driving until set regular schedule not do so work back way. The chairman said a driver need says I can a work and pay. Untrust I can income. Which are in them because the car is working multiple shifts even when you are sleeping. You understand? You can't we are. You know MP before said 2 things. It's not possible. It's not possible. So we are obeying 24-hour economy in this campaign. This is about 5 p.m. Almost campaign and they are waiting till the following morning, 8 o'clock. And I don't know more campaign. Now all campaign have to vote there over 24. Now Obi enquire Juma any second in the bottom, any independent adult there, and no dey any Juma. The insincerity is too much.
Doc, my second area, any farmers talking about 24 hours. Yet me too already because the Obi to me got the light post because we see a full more as or can more the Android for now. The question is farmers now. What is their role, their benefit with the 24-hour economy?
So I brana you school. Oh my near, usua dear baby, you so long as people are going to be active that time of the 10 bags of maize, consumption has increased. Why the produces that? I say I don't know any wood processing no crampo. Second differential. Why do you want to go and spend money to see a formula before their door? No. Let's get serious. Let's simplify it. As things improve, we can then be looking at those much more sophisticated. For now, the low-hanging fruits are there, and Mackenzie Achero, DVL, Hawks, the same people almost say 24-hour economy. Oh, in one breath, almost say in another breath, almost say that. And sometimes examples maybe are almost like a hospital. Said hospitals are working 24 hours.
Radio stations are working 24 hours.
Radio stations are working 20, but skeleton staff. Would you say a man for awake, wide awake?
Our program line will change.
In the night, most of some program line
will change.
Moon compare same caliber and running night shows.
Because there will be massive listenership.
Exactly, because there will be massive listenership. And so you will look for key anchors, a bit anchor and a job I programs, you know. So anchor yes music, maybe a LPM can be after me, so even in your industry, that 24-hour economy, you'll be changing your program to serve that audience now, because there will be an active audience. But in my example, I Holy Families is here, and Aquativate is here, OPD. Then I've been who OPD horses here.
Oh, you have a
I mean, because the hospital is not programmed, say, at this time, no, OPD should be working.
Yeah. And just emergency cases.
Yes. So when they tell you so the hospitals are working 24 hours, the hospital open after about 3 p.m. for emergencies, entire ectopic and surgery. Yebeye, acute appendicitis, yebeye, acute abdomen, yebeye. But I just want to show you know myself say with here we are. And not there. No. But besides, what say how come say doctors are you work government and hospitals. Nurses are government hospital. After the work at the government hospital, some will move straight to a private clinic and work up to about 8 p.m. Local. It is a nipa no ewa holding obey to me ISR. Now you see about 24-hour economy, and even for the health sector, you even just want to extend it to about 8 p.m. You think say nipa no we person think cry or bed driving traffic more akọ ye local no baby. Instead say nka obetimi ayewo facility na oye adwuma wo mu na akọbeye wo. The same thing apply. Enunti no ma omo control in good and friend oh 24-hour economy because radio station. The programming is not the same. Right. Hospitals, the things we look at in the night, you know, hey, emergencies. We don't do elective surgeries to say be a fibroid and how now I know they say your schedule was because a private arrangement. So 24-hour economy is one of it. It's an optimization policy. I had people say even with the same infrastructure, with the same human resource, you bet to me, the second bit of the 24-hour economy is when government itself, no. And I mean, you remember what the TUC said about the 24-hour economy? This is a game changer. Experts, as I just say, because of an ado movement, you be here, police for about 20,000. Just imagine, security. A male bunua, a big opportunity, say young farm police name about 20,000. It's employment creation. So a driver for employment, police, employment. Within the ecosystem now, so no youth, it be equal and opaque, to be equal numeric, it be equal and job, only at the end. If you are now make back digital jobs. Digital jobs are 1 million coders program, which in itself is going to train people in coding and ensure, say, when it comes to app developers, web developers, you be a free more. And no, okay, yeah, no say, Omo, no, if it's Omo, yeah, but your Korea 2020 manifesto. That 1 million coders program was in it. They only took that idea from us and are implementing it. Okay, so almost digitalization before. Digitalization, of course, not when I'm sitting in this studio.
Yeah.
That will not fly. I'm a living example of President Mahama's sterling performance in the ICT sector. See, I say, Office, Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, AUC. Me pencil NEC. President Mahama was the president. That is the building, a house in the National Data Center. A tier 3 rack data center. West Africa is the foremost, top notch. National Communications Authority, but they do not yet. Mabreso NEC. I inaugurated it even on behalf of President Mahama. Chairman Kavo is in the studio. He did electrical and electronic engineering. His PhD is in IT. He was a member of the NCA board when that building was built, when I inaugurated it. Ufriwa, Accra Digital Center, Accra Digital Center, not a warehouse, PWD4 warehouse. Ukopa them two, and never fear not a Google. Say a buying for Bia could now over the new because some of them are being and normal. Being no being that is their stock in trade. We said we will transform this place and only transform it into the credit that it is today. Mekai Obi na our gas station be is in there. Or may any ministry look court say yeba ababema eneduma ayebe as minister we continue court with them just to witness how the judge was going to rule the case. But for that court case, after you read a project in them, Emma, the way Anaya this is about employ 10,000 who would have been working 24/7 on Quebec at Quebec. Now, so that court case delayed it. I can't digital center. I built it. President Mahama was the president.
Okay.
Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic Project. Fiber. The internet. Eba yinya ubi wo baby no send ya on sabeka no money ade optic fiber operating through the principle of serial total internal reflection. You don't lose the signal. The only thing now is say boost it at certain points. So never ever transmit. Yeah. The far on my mu has it. And none of my who say do baby to say I napan duri in now northeast regional because of the Gambaga escarpment. Rocks are a wahopper. Engineers now had to break into those rocks to lay that fiber all the way to Boko. 4G, the 4G buy. Not just the private sector. I buy a casa so the 4G need buy. We share national security media, we share security media. Now also phone be a friend the Gota phone. Catch and say President Mahama type and as our phone buy, phone no a 4G enabled. At the time, me launch 4G. Now in the areas I need to deploy 4G, you could use 4G. Today, the people who are calling themselves digitalization people, almost all my launch 5G. More studio hang more from phones. We never cross smartphones. We couldn't producers. More rest, I won't bet to use 5G. I true for control. So when we tell you say we are bringing digital jobs, believe ye, don't believe them. President Mahama, when you said in the time, any rolling out mobile telephone, he was the Minister for Communications. Makika near my National Data Center, Accra Digital Center, National Communications Authority, Eastern Corridor Fiber Project. Then the metro fiber, community information centers, for echo bombing CCR, EBCO. Muma almond training, almost almost any digitalization kings and queens.
All right.
Who do you believe? Yamra still unemployment generation. Unless you want to ask
You're
about
wrapping up on employment.
Okay.
The time now you're touching on education. They move
Sure.
talked about.
Sure, I'll do just a little on oil palm and Ghana. Only 20% of MWA you did our young man and you produce it. And you're 50,000 metric tons and no pay. Aden Oko Adam Pesua, you to me be a mewo. You do a mewo Adam Pesua, you to me process it. Oil processing factory and the capital intensive. If you buy yourself one district, one factory. Dating away to man and more a factory can go Adam Pesu. I'm a farmers and we are bra me Nana Kusha for you are a chance Namita Babesrano. Oh, call a mama society one not a me. Into Udia no go. I so far so many years. A farm place, Udia, I could process could be no bring if you move back. So, one district, one factory. One constituency, $1 million. Sebasu year, and saying Coco constituency, and Kamunya $8 million. Therefore, said that average interest rate rate $1 to $10 average, and $80 million in Kaide, and Abba Coco constituency. Just imagine the jobs I can be creating. Cocoa farms. You see a barber youth are into cocoa farming. Support them.
All right.
Seedlings, everything. Omubina. Right. Look.
Mukita se kind of quasi. Mukita se kind of quasi. Touch on that. Not fancy. Because
what's the way your president? What's the way your president? We are lawyer. We see review test a council. We are lawyer. We see review test a council. Now, o cabinet in na open. I call you a mistake. Say, I want one thing. Cabinet, but me I know me I did me na motive. Want me to the phone. Since when and I review test a council. So in this election, we are saying that look, since before review how much has here, our work is to improve the creditors program. And let me, for the sake of time, let me just three things. One, to abolish the red, gold, green, the double track system. We will abolish it. And I tell you, by September next year, the double track system will have been abolished. Believe me, I'll give you an example. In the year when he came into office, Sabin na president before I spent the SHS for 4 years. And I hear the class no, we believe in Ghanaian youth, they can do it in 3 years. And you know, at that point, you know, we had 4th years and 3rd years, as in the 2nd years and 1st years. So that meant that there were 4 different streams. What the nature of because you solve a problem no that we expanded infrastructure, both residential and academic, and they absorb it. So people did not even feel it was a problem. It's incompetence and AMA and red gold green double track here cost us 8 years and we are still tolerating them.
right.
If they mean to do it, they would have cleared it. But one of the reasons we have corruption. This government, for every 2 education building here, there's a 3rd one at Echobo. If you look at the cost, the cost of the projects now, for every 2, they could have gotten 3. So if they were really being efficient with the use of resources and optimizing resources, they would have had much more educational infrastructure to address this double track system. Definitely, corruption. An infestium is an infestation. And you know, they think about themselves first, but whatever money they have stolen, President Mahama said this time, no further for Operation Recover All Loot is going to ensure ensure that they will be punished and also the local funds will be collected from them.
All right. Doc, I wish I had more time.
But this is just one. Let me add just two.
Just two.
The two more that we are going to do to improve on the free SHS. The first is to Miss Rao. The first is to clear. Blame Akufo-Addo, who took review as council. First is the double track abolitionist. Second is improving on feeding. And that improvement in feeding, it will benefit our local farmers. When we say, and now you can say, procurement of food for SHS students, it is not decentralized. It is headmasters, bursars, and matrons, and no one will tell you, buffer stock. Now, Otiha, now Yakra maize, if you buy the bro, you bro, they did not say, a brofu baby near the back. The car crumper a day by any additional cost. Third one, dedicated source of funding are a better free SHS. But Mahama said also no, he will ensure a dedicated source of funding. No, I call SHS no more all call tertiary institution no fee stress. First year no, amobia. It is in the second year that you assess the loans to be able to pay these things. The nothing I was say, yes, suma banyansafo, yes, suma anamontintin, yes, suma or being suma na uncle parliament. Na yantuma omampani Mahama. Sunday bear omubi and Tikron Pagina, Omoka Omutibomu, Mubehu and Yama in Yako mine, Omodiaba, MPP there. Quo must lose hope if Quo has still not lost hope. But with what I saw and met in Coco Hano, it is very clear to me that Quo has lost hope in MPP.
Doctor, thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's Papa. And Dr. Edward Omane, Boamah, Director of Elections and IT at Boamah NDC. We had more time. Areas big way. Thanks very much for listening to Obuoba 91.7, 22 minutes past 9. You know, maybe I'll channel for me share Obuoba Kasa. Or channel for share Obuoba Kasa. We are near share my FM. So there's more development issues that we need to talk about. Thanks very much for being part of the evening show. Time with Dr. Edward. Yeah, I appreciate this time. Yes.